Alright, hello everybody, we are back. Last draft did not go so well. I'm not sure if the video is going to go up or not, but I didn't force mono white, and I got 3 losses in a row. So this time we're going to be back to enforcing mono white, and Glorious Anthem is going to be a great way to start that. Other than Glorious Anthem, there's not a lot here that I think is that strong. Obviously, the Indulging Patrician can be very good in the right deck, but we're just going to take Glorious Anthem and see if we can get a lot of creatures to go with it. There's some decent black cards here, but I don't really want to take a double white into a double black card like Grasp of Darkness, so I'm just going to take Vryn Wingmare. This makes this more expensive. I don't think that's really a consideration. This becomes a 3/2 flyer with the Anthem out. I think that's totally fine. The Celestial Enforcer is also good. I hope it wheels. If it doesn't, there's some good blue cards here. Maybe we're a blue-white flyers deck with Anthem. Skyscanner or Watchdog. There's another Capture Sphere, but again, I'm going to let these go for now. Maybe pick them up on the wheel. I think I'll take Watchdog. The 2-drops are important. This is a good one. That's all to say about that. This is another good 2-drop. It's good with Glorious Anthem. That will be my pick. Sanctum. The white Sanctum is not that great. I think it's a little expensive. I think the black Sanctum is good, so if you end up in a spot where you're white-black, maybe you play both Sanctums, but I'm just going to take Concordia Pegasus here. So we've got Tranquil Cove, which would be good if we're white-blue, but I don't know that we are white-blue. I'm not sure if you'd ever play Miscast in like a white-blue deck as a way to protect your stuff, but I'm going to take this Celestial Enforcer. I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I think Dub's very important for the little white decks. Dub on a Watchdog is very good, so we will be taking Dub. It does look like black might be open. This is a late Kaisel Freebooter, and I like Freebooter in aggro decks. So that's something to keep an eye on. I don't think it's worth moving into yet. Like, these creatures are okay, but not great. I'll take another Enforcer. We have a bunch of 3-drops already, and Battalion's just okay. Boarded Battlements is good, like I've mentioned, in the Flyers version of the deck. This is a 1-drop. No, I think I'm going to take the Worded Battlements. I've already got a couple flyers. It's good in that. There's nothing for us here. I'll take the Blossoming Sands in case we end up splashing green cards. This Enforcer wheeled too. I feel like that's a good sign. I probably will not play all 3, but, I'll leave it in the deck for now. I think Rambunctious Mutt is going to be better. Well, now we have 3 Celestial Enforcers. Maybe the Replicator is going to be a little bit better. There are lots of artifacts and enchantments to destroy. I'll take the Mutt. I should have remembered there was a Mutt in this pack. I'll take the Radiant Fountain. If we end up mono white, there's a chance Radiant Fountain will turn on some life gain synergies. I guess I think there's a bigger chance I play Cage Zombie than Miscast. I don't even know if that's true, though. Miscast might just be better. Okay, so here we've got Scavenging Ooze, which is a fantastic card. The only white card in the pack is Feat of Resistance, which is a very good card, don't get me wrong, but I do think it's worth taking the Scavenging Ooze over it. This card can obviously get out of control pretty quickly, and it's a 2-drop. Yeah, it's sad to see the Feat of Resistance go, but I'm just going to take the Scavenging Ooze here. Where was this in my last draft? The Chorister is obviously the pick here. Soulseer is good. I don't think it's good enough to kind of disrupt what we're doing, and we're probably splashing green now. So the only other green cards I'll really want to splash are maybe a Titanic Growth, but probably the 4-mana removal spell. I don't remember what it's called. The 3 and a green, put a +1/+1 counter on one of your things and have it deal damage equal to its power to something else. That's probably the green card I want to play the most. That being said, there are 5 white cards here that are totally playable. I have plenty of this and this already. Do I take Conclave Mentor? How many +1/+1 counters do I have? Scoos, obviously. Just Scoos. Okay, I'm going to take Daybreak Charger. I think. The Siege Striker is very good. You know what? It might just be to take the Siege Striker. As much as I want Daybreak Charger, this kind of punches through if boards get cluttered, and I have Glorious Anthem and Battlements already to make it better. That sucks. I want the Daybreak Charger. But I think this is a higher upside. Ooh, Ranger's Guile is another card I would probably play. But I think I'd rather have Feet of Resistance. I think it's a little bit better. Getting the counter forever is enough better that I think it's worth the extra mana. I don't think I'd really be interested in playing Pride Malkin. But Feet's great. I'll take the short sword here. Just slide this in there. Another Chorister is amazing. I'm not really looking at the removal spell because... Actually, I don't have a lot of removal yet. Maybe the Secure the Scene is worth looking at. No. Chorister's too important for this deck, I think. I'm not playing any of these cards. I guess I'll take the green one. There's a small chance I play Truffle Snout. It's pretty small. Okay, I'll take the Replicator. We have 2 Choristers and we have the 3 Celestial Enforcers now. There's a chance that this ends up being easy to turn on. Another Battlements is okay. I'm not going to play the 7/3 ever. I'm never going to play the second Mutt either, though. Ooh, the Ranger's Guile Wield. Interesting. I think that'll probably make the cut. So many Radiant Fountains. Garruk again. Okay, I'll take Garruk. Obviously. The Radiant Fountains are probably not getting played now. Blossoming Sands goes way up for me. Of course, I'd love to take Daybreak Charger. Surge is looking okay here, too. But Garruk's amazing. Here, I'd like to take Thrashing Brontodon, and maybe we can make the mana good enough to do that. This is the best card in the pack by quite a bit. Pteranodon's okay, but I want to be attacking, and I don't have that many 4-power creatures. Yeah, I'm going to take Thrashy Bee. Might be more green than I'm used to, but I think that could be okay. So now here we've got Canopy Stalker, which must be blocked. This Dryad, which grows. Dilophosaur is probably not going to get turned on all that much. Neither is the Mauler. Don't think I need Snare Spinner. So I think it's between Canopy Stalker, Dryad, or Secure the Scene. Kind of interested in the Quirion Dryad. We're more white than more green than I normally am. So it might be worth taking it. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd taken the Conclave Mentor when I had that choice before. At the time, I think I made the right pick, but now I kind of wish I'd done it differently. Yeah, you know what? I am just going to take the Dryad. I just see it having a lot more upside. Angelic Ascension is amazing. I think I'm going to take this Blossoming Sands over this dub. This Glorious Anthem is essentially my second copy of dub already. and casting my spells is very important to me. I'm going to take a third chorister. And I will probably take and play the fourth chorister. Titanic Growth versus Legion's Judgment. I don't have any removal spells, is that true? Yes, it is true. So I'm not sure if it's better to play Legion's Judgment or Titanic Growth. In terms of tricks, I have the Ranger's Guile, the Angelic Ascension, and the Feat of Resistance. I probably have enough tricks. Though Titanic Growth is a combo with Siege Striker. You know what? I think the trick's going to be better here. And I wished I'd remembered that there was one in my opening pack. I did not. Well, that's still the pick. I'm not going to play Gnarled Sage. I don't need Shield Knight. I don't need any of these cards, to be honest. There's a chance Light of Promise makes the cut because I have 4 choristers, but I just feel like I've got better stuff to be doing. I'll take it just in case, but I don't think that's what I'm going to play. Canopy Stalker Wheeling. Nice. I don't know if it makes the cut. I'll take a Run Afoul. No, this is just other stuff. I have 4 Scavenging Oozes already, so I don't think I need to play the Rambunctious Mutt. I think I'm going to go down a white source to play 16 lands. This is 17 creatures. The Replicator, actually with all the choristers, the Replicator's probably good at the top end here. I'm thinking about the Run Afoul, because I don't have a lot of ways to deal with flyers. I only ended up with my own Angelic Ascension and just 1 Pegasus. Oh, I guess I have the Wingmare too. The Quirion Dryad is a little suspect to me, but green's definitely the, I have 16 white spells and 7 green spells. I do think Short Sword's going to be good. Brontodon's going to be hard to cast, but I think it's nice. I think I'm going to trim Awarded Battlements. Maybe both of them. I'm wondering about playing this Light of Promise because this is very good on a chorister. It just starts, they start exploding. And since I have 4 choristers, the chance that I draw 1 each game is huge. It doesn't really do anything with any other card. You know what? I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to cut both Battlements, even though I've said how much I like them in other games. I still think Replicator is worth it because I have the 4 choristers. Though, that being said, maybe the Mutt is going to be better than Replicator. And then I do have this Truffle Snout over here. Is it better than an Enforcer? I'm going to play the Mutt over the Replicator. Am I? No, I'm not. I think Replicator is going to be good with the choristers. Alright, this is the deck. I gotta pick a sleeve. Let's go with the Fruitcake sleeve. Glorious Anthem is our... Yeah, this seems good. I'm probably not going to do all of the matches in one sitting here, but I'm going to do a couple. This draft went much better than my last one. I'm a lot more happier. I'm a lot happier with this draft than I was after my last draft. Just need to find an opponent. All right, here we go. This hand looks great. Still want to go Blossoming Sands on one. There's a chance turn 3 is play short sword, equip short sword to Pegasus. Attack. They have a dub. No blocks. I'm wondering about just planning on going Ascension and then blocking. It works if they play something pre-combat. It doesn't work if they're planning on pumping. If I dub the Pegasus, that doesn't do it this turn either. So just playing out Celestial Enforcer might be the safest bet this turn. This can tap the Cur down and let me keep playing some spells. One more land lets me hold up Ascension too. I'm going to take a hit from this, and that sucks. But if all they're doing is dumping more eggs into the Cur basket, I think that's good for me, given having the Enforcer on board to start tapping it down. I'm surprised they didn't pump there. Maybe they have a dragon fight for the Enforcer, yeah. This thing is big. It is a bit of a problem. I think my play is short sword. So I need to equip the short sword, attack, and then hopefully I draw a land. If I draw a land, I can dub plus hold up Ranger's Guile, and that's going to be my best play for taking this thing down. It looks like they probably will pump this turn, put me to 8. Yep. I'd really like to find a land. It's not quite it. So if I dub, I'm a 4/6. I think I need to play the Watchdog, plan on using Watchdog to block. Or, maybe I should have thought of that a while ago. I block, yeah, that's my new play. I'm going to block Ascension by Pegasus in response to the block. Now I'm really hoping I can find a land. So I can dub plus hold up Ranger's Guile. That would make my my Angel a 7/7. Cool. And you know there's a chance the Angel still dies. But then at least I'm not dead. Actually, this is... They pumped this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a 1. But I'm not dead yet. Yeah, attack with both. Figured they'd do that. Block this one. Let's see if they pump all of them. Yeah. Ooh, Scoos was a nice draw. So I'm gonna go Scoos, Dog, Attack. If they have double removal spell, they, needs to be 2 Scorching Dragonfires basically. Because the plan here is going to be Chump with Watchdog. They had the swift response. That's really too bad. Well, I think I will get the Glorious Anthem down this turn. I might as well. But then, of course, I can't attack. I guess there's a chance this was a mistake, right? I'm dead to a removal spell. But it has to be exactly turn to Slag. Does not look like they have it. They need to pump at least twice, so I get to use some of their mana here. Yeah, maybe I misplayed this. Maybe I should have done the Replicator this turn. That way it could have traded with the Cur and I could have kept Scoos alive. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Enforcer and equip it with the Short Sword. We've kind of stabilized. We're in an okay spot here. That is not good. That just kills us. Because I don't have a flying creature. I did not expect to see that in their deck. Darn. Even if the Scoos was alive there, The dragon still would have killed me. I couldn't have attacked for enough damage. Well, game 2. Good beats. There's also a chance. I think I might have had a chance to get my angel into the battlefield earlier that game. We've got the combo. We're definitely keeping this. One into 2. I don't know if I'll throw this on the chorister right away. We'll see. We'll see what the board looks like. It might just be holding up Angelic Ascension, turning it or the Pegasus into a thing. I do think. Is this the deck that I put the run? Did I put the Runafel into the main deck or not? I can't remember. Maybe it needs to be there. We are just waiting on our opponent to decide whether to keep or mulligan. So I guess we're just going to wait here for a second. I think this card is really cool. It looks like it's supposed to be removal, but, you know, it's obviously a lot better if you can upgrade one of your own creatures. You're kind of 2-for-1ing yourself, but it ends up being good enough. Oh, our opponent's back. Alright, let's see if Chorister is going to get the job done this game. Well, that's a great... That was a great draw. Griffin Airy is kind of scary, but we don't have too much to worry about just yet. No. I think I am still going to throw this onto the Chorister. We'll see exactly what happens, but my plan will be to Garruk plus and then smash with this and make it huge. Of course, it depends on a lot of factors, but... if that's all they've got, that's absolutely what I'm going to do. And it looks like that's all they've got, so... though it's giving them... do they have a Ranger's Guile? I'm going to get got by Ranger's Guile. I'm wondering about Ranger's Guile now. I don't know if I can afford to play around it. This is kind of the bet I've made. I'm going to be really sad if that's what they have. Don't know what else it would be possible to give them priority for. Oh. Well, that worked. Life goes on? That's not what I expected. I'm not going to block this turn. Let's see. I got no blocks. So let's see, I can go Glorious Anthem. pump the Concordia Pegasus and smash? Or do I force them to attack into the Pegasus and throw away something? Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Pegasus back and just smash for 9. Oh no! That was the worst possible scenario. Everything's going at Garrick. I can't save him, unfortunately, but I'll block the Wingmare. Chorister is already almost back in action. The roaming Ghostlight. Looks like they might have just be playing this Blossoming Sands to try to trigger their Griffin Airy. Yep. It's not what I want. Seems like my stuff is going to get tapped. That Garrick did a lot of work, but I'm very sad that the Line of Promise didn't get to do more. I wonder what my opponent's thinking about here. Chorister can attack as a 6/6. So I guess it just trades with Celestial Enforcer. Maybe that's not good. And there's a chance I'm not supposed to attack here. Well, they're gonna make that decision for me. I'd like to stop drawing lands. Drawing, 7 lands. We're good on lands. Let's draw some spells. Yep. My opponent's been pausing in a couple weird spots. I wonder if it's connectivity issues or what the problem is. I'm gonna try to attack with the Chorister again. Don't think it's gonna work. Nope. Let's see. Do I attack with the Pegasus though? I could, pump it with the Titanic Growth to kill the Enforcer. It's 1 Enforcer down. Yeah, let's see how they block. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna move the Short Sword to the Pegasus so I can make the same play next turn. Now, it kind of incentivizes our opponent to attack, but even if they get in for like 4, okay, so they're gonna get in for everything. this is still fine, I think. Just because I'm at such a high life total. Life goes on again. I would not expect you to want to stretch your mana base like that. And try to go to combat. I assume they're going to top down the Chorister. Yep. I think I'm not attacking this turn. Play Thrashy Boy. Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. Same play, tap the Chorister. I'll attack Brontodon. They're just going to take 4. I'll play a backup Chorister and pass. Oh, that makes sense. If they were going to tap my Pegasus, no, I guess never mind. Are we in the best spot ever? No. But I think we're in an okay spot, especially with this Titanic growth. Like, we might be able to sneak out a kill somehow. Combat. I imagine they'll tap a Chorister again. But at this point, every attack with the Chorister is really good for me. Okay, so they're going to change it up and tap the Pegasus. That's not super surprising either. Let's see how they block now. So let's see. I think I'd actually rather... So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to let a Chorister die so I can save the Brontodon because it's a better attacker. It's an option, is to... And there's a chance I should move the short sword to something else. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so I can activate a Chorister and then Titanic Growth something. Do I want to Titanic Growth the Brontodon? Get the clean little 1 for 2. And then I need to let a Chorister die. I probably also would kill the Tide Skimmer to stop them from drawing extra cards and leave one of their Enforcers back. I think that's probably what I want to do. So that being said, I think I'd rather kill the 3/3 than the 3/2. That'll pass. So My opponent can tap a bunch of my stuff. I still have this Angelic Ascension, which is finally looking a little bit better. And the Celestial Enforcers do take quite a bit of mana to get going, so... Okay. That makes sense. Dub that up. Still can't really block anything that I've got going on, though. I suppose it blocks Brontodon. So I think I'm going to move my sword to the Brontodon. And I think it might be time to upgrade the Pegasus. I don't think I want to throw Brontodon to stop them getting a 2-2. At this point, a 2-2 flyer just doesn't impact the board all that much. Yep, you have a swooper. Yeah. I'm forcing them to use the Celestial Enforcer now to try to save something. I don't even know if they can afford to do that, though. Like, if they tap this, then they only have these two creatures left to block. They're gonna make the play, though. Save both their creatures. They're gonna take a big attack this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I should have played this line last turn, too. So I should move the short sword. To the angel. We probably should not have held that land last turn. There was no reason to. Oh, wait. Yeah. A weird game. Opponents get so much life. Because I have 2. Ooh. It's a good draw. I want to move the short sword so that both my creatures can attack past the Pegasus. I'm going to go land Chorister. I think I'll just not move the short sword. I have enough mana to activate Chorister if I need to save it from something. And then I have double activation on the Chorister up next turn, obviously. That's a strange one to hit, I think. So I have 11. So they can tap this. Double pump on this gets it to a 7/7. If I move the sword, it gets it to an 8/8. Tap the Brontodon. I think I get to say all attacks here. They block here. They can't double block the Angel. The Angel's safe. They can go block. They have to block both of these. So the soldier gets to get in for free, I think. So, why did they do that? They could have first striked the opponent. I think that's one of the first big mistakes that they've made this game. That has first strike. So they could have put the first striker in front of the Angel. Okay. They're staying alive. That is all this is, though, staying alive. Actually, they're dead on board. I get to move the short sword. Oh, not anymore. Now let's see. This is a 4/5. It gets blocked by a 2/2 and a 3/3. I can double pump this to an 8/8. I think I move the sword and just attack with the chorister. It's not surprising that they just block like that to draw an extra card. Yep. I'm just going to run this out as a 4/4. The more lethal threats I have, the better. To me, that means that they have nothing. Feat of Resistance makes it even more likely they have nothing. And we got there. Wow, what a game. What a game. Well, I will be back with more games just like this later. Thanks for watching. Alright, I am back with another recording session. We played that very long game, and I had some dinner. And now we're back to finish this draft of this pretty decent white-green deck that we drafted. Yeah, I've realized I have the game audio not turned on here, so nobody can hear game sounds. That's okay. I guess we'll mess around with that at some point. This is a good hand, obviously. Anything that can potentially curve into Garrick on curve with some creatures out seems like it's a pretty good place to be. Black-red. I haven't run into a lot of black-red decks. We're just going to play out our creatures, obviously. We can't attack into it. It's a good card. any land. Let's just cast Garruk. If we don't find a land, we can just play more Enforcers. We're in an okay spot. Ooh. So now I think we want to go Dryad. Plus Chorister. If they use this to blow up Dryad, that's kind of okay. Now do I attack with the Enforcer here? I think so. I think I'm okay trading it for the Fetid Imp. If that's the play they want to make. Glorious Anthem wouldn't. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a good drop because I don't have the lands to do anything with it. That makes sense. Skeleton Archer picking off one of my Choristers here. I mentioned earlier, Skeleton Archer is a good card. Okay. I think I'm just going to be mana efficient still and run out the other Enforcer. Pump the Dryad. Still have to say no attacks. I think we're good for one more turn. My last opponent also had a Solemn. Our opponent doesn't really have attacks. If they attack with the Archer, I'm going to double block with two Enforcers. Nothing else can really attack. I guess the Imp can attack, sure. So now what do we do here? If I slam Garruk to get down to make a beast, then I'd have a 3/3. Our opponent doesn't really have great attacks into Garruk, but they do get to like chip into it with the Fetid Imp, and then any other Skeleton Archer finishes it off. I don't love that. Playing it and plussing doesn't do a ton either. So what I might do is actually just run out the Canopy Stalker this turn, because plussing on the Canopy Stalker is pretty good. Oh, they've got a blue splash, interesting. So now, let's see. We can go Short Sword plus Equip. This is a 5/3. So like the Archer could block it favorably. Or Garruk plus on it turns it into a 7/5. And it has to be blocked. I think that's just got to be the play. On the way back, I've got good blocks. Yeah. So if they block with Havoc Jester, I'm okay with trading this for the Havoc Jester and 2 damage. If they block with anything else, I'm keeping my creature and putting a bunch of damage in. Or the double block, which is also still fine with me. Cool, they're double blocking. I'm okay with that. Oh, I thought this only counted creatures that died. My creatures that died, but I gained 3 life there, because obviously 3 creatures died in that combat. So if they send everything at Garruk, They can pump this twice. Okay. So I put 2 of these in front of this. And then this can become, if they put 6 mana into it, it becomes a 4/3. So I block the Havoc Jester like this, it kills a Chorister. And that trades at that. Those 2 hit. I think this is fine. It's basically trading off the board. But I still have Garruk. And forcing them to waste their turn, pumping mana into the black card. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's too bad. Because now they can just use this to shoot Garruk. They got it all there. That could have gone better, to say the least. My choristers really didn't do anything this game. It's too bad. This isn't looking great for me. I think I'm just equipping. Not even sure what I'm supposed to do here. That last turn was a lot more of a disaster than I thought it was going to be. There's no coming back from this. Yep. Obviously not very happy with how that went. Wondering if there's a way I could have blocked better. Maybe just letting Garruk die was better there, since they had the Immolator and the Havoc Jester that could sacrifice to deal damage anyways. Maybe just like putting... And they kind of had it all. They could sacrifice the Immolator to pick off a Chorister whenever they wanted. Second verse, same as the first. Let's try the same thing and see if it works. Plan is to play Chorister on 1. And then Blossoming Sands on 2. We'll see if the draw necessitates us doing something different. I think that actually drawing the Curian Dryad was a reason to do things differently. That's okay. After the trade, I will trade since I'm going to be a little slower. I'm not sure if this is right or not. It might have been right to play the Blossoming Sands last turn. I was going to kind of be a turn behind anyways. This is going to work out just fine. I don't really want to trade this off for that. It's obviously tempting to just slam Garrick here. The Fetid Imps are going to be a pain almost no matter what. So if I go Garrick plus on Chorister attack, they'll likely block the Chorister, give a Death Touch. I'm left with a Kyrian Dryad. It will be a 3/3 next turn. Yeah, that's probably good enough. So now if our opponent plays a creature and attacks, I get to make a beast, keep Garrick at a pretty high life total. We'll just do that. It kind of accomplishes the same thing. Yeah, killing Dryad's actually good there. Because now I can tick down. Oh, no, that doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Oh well. Let's hope that our Wingmare can survive to block the Imp. Whoa. That's not what I expected. Easiest block of my life. Now I think I'm gonna Light of Promise this just to get, or just to make it a little bit bigger with the Blossoming Sands. And plus on it. And smash. Obviously the Larcenist can draw our opponent an extra card, which isn't super ideal, but I'm pretty sure the Replicator. Nope, it's non-token permanents. Okay. So they got their Chorister back. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna play both of my creatures plus Garrick and attack. I don't think I need to tick him down. And Replicator just being a 4/4 here might get the job done. Yeah, I think they might just be trying to draw a card. So I'm gonna chump their chorister, eat the striker. It's gonna grow the beast. And they go to 9. And they draw anything else? They have 3 mana. They get to pick up some Fitidimps and cast a Fitidimp. So let's see, I play this. I don't think it matters. Make the bigger one trample. Yep, that'll do it. Cool. And I didn't even need the anthem. That would have been lethal without it. Alright. On our way back up. Oh, I think this is the person we just played. We'll be mulliganing here. Keeping this. I think I'm gonna put Siege Striker back. Yeah, this is our the black-red opponent. And if they attack, I'm not blocking. I can play Chorister and play an equipped short sword. Not do anything tricky with Angelic Ascension. I'm just trying to figure out how these turns are gonna go. I think the short sword thing's going to be better. Dog with a sword attacks. And it blocks really well too. Now do I trade Chorister for Prismite if they give it to me? They're not gonna give it to me. Garrick took down just dies to this. So that's not gonna be good enough. I think I'll just equip Short Sword and pass. Plan is to make an Angel on end step, and the next turn equip it with Short Sword and play Garrick. I will just let damage happen. Our opponent's missing land drops, which is, I think, why we're going to be able to win this game. But let's just go ahead and get attacking. Now I can turn this into an angel and eat it. Don't think I need to do that yet. just gonna wait a turn. Opponent missed again, they have to discard a hand size. Oh, we keep flooding. I mean, Beast is lethal still, so they found a land. Let's see what they do. They're going to attack first. I think I let Garrick die. They have to use their mana to do something here because the beast kills them. If that's all it is, that's fine. I can do this, and opponent stumbled a bit and we won. With the draw we had, I don't think we could have won any other game. But I'm glad that we were able to get a win. Either way, tough beats for our opponent. But onwards and upwards. Drawing Garrick early in our opening hand the last couple games has definitely made for a couple pretty sweet and swift games once Garrick's established on the board. This hand looks good. Of course, we want a second plains to play the Anthem eventually, but Dryad looking pretty okay here. And we got the combo with Light of Promise and Chorister, which might be what we do next turn. We'll see what our opponent does, of course. I think we just slam Glorious Anthem now. It's going to make the Dryad a 3/3. Next turn we can either Light of Promise or Dog plus something else if we draw something else. We'll see. Our board looks pretty okay right now. Better than okay, our board looks good. Ooh, Mazeman Tome's a nice card. I think it's time to start making Chorister big. I guess they could have Shock here. Something I didn't consider. It might just be Tome that's giving them priority. They want to go to blocks. They want to scribe before they decide how to block. Okay. Oh. Cool. Getting this out of range of both Scorching Dragonfire and Shock is pretty good. Good news for me. They scried to the bottom twice now with the Mazeman Tome. So they're digging for something. Not sure if it's lands or spells. Ooh, just playing Sanctum there. It's probably not where they want it to be. So now if I attack, this can be a... It's going to be a 7. So I can put them to 1, or I can play another creature. I think I just go to damage here. I don't put them to 1. I'll put another lethal threat on board instead. So they get to draw. I'm not sure if they wanted to use Maze Mind Tome last turn or not, but they forgot to set a stop in their upkeep. And they didn't find it, whatever it was they were digging for. They technically still had another look, but we had a really good start. In general, I haven't been as impressed with the Quirion Dryad, but obviously in our deck, it's working out pretty okay. It's a very solid 2-drop with how many green sources we ended up wanting to play for Thrashing Brontodon and Garruk, that we can easily cast it early, and then it'll grow and grow and grow as we continue to play the dorky threats throughout the rest of the game. Alright, let's fight Tyrion. I think I actually need to mulligan this hand. It doesn't have a 2-drop in it. It's really good if I find a land or a 2-drop. But this card just doesn't do anything in this hand, so it's kind of a mulligan anyways. Yeah, I think I can do better. Okay, and this is fine. I'll throw the replicator back. I'm gonna lead on Chorister. Probably go Pegasus on 2, though I could go Tapland on 2. That actually makes me want to go Tapland on 2. Okay. I'll attack into the Hobble Fiend. I'll trade if they let me trade. They don't want to trade. Are they dubbing the Hobble Fiend? Nope, just a Siege Striker. I think that we want to play a Pegasus. I'm trying to figure out if we attack with the Enforcer this turn or not. If I pump this twice, I think I'm going to not attack. If they attack with this and tap both creatures to make it a 3/3 double striker, I will just kind of let them have that one. And actually, I think next turn I'd rather play Scooz plus Hold Up Ascension or Hold Up Tap than I would slam Garruk. Now I wish I'd attacked, obviously. No blocks. My turn. I think the plan now is to turn Chorister into an angel and block something when it attacks me. not sure what I'm blocking, but I think that's what I want to do. The Siege Striker has awkward attacks on the ground still. Gale Sweeper can attack for free in the air. Badger's Acolyte, that's annoying, to say the least. I want Gale Swooper to not be a 4-power creature. Oh, what? That's the best case scenario for me. Okay. So then they're going to make that a 3-power guy. So you can sacrifice a creature to put a +1/+1 counter. So I think my play now is to Steel Turn Courser into an Angel. This is really bad against Shock. I don't think they have Shock though. And then I'm going to block here and here. Because if Enforcer trades with the Acolyte, essentially, well, I guess it's just trading with a Swooper. If I do it this way, if I put the Pegasus in front of a 2, then it's not as free. Yeah, it seems good. That went okay for me. Now I think I play Scooze. Get in for 1, pass the turn. Scooze has 3 food now. Scooze can block Acolyte. I will trade the Angel for the Siege Striker this turn. They're tapping both. I can't double block this turn, so I have to say no blocks. And I lose. Maybe that's a reason to not attack with the Pegasus, to throw the Pegasus into the bus. That's really too bad. I thought I'd turn that game around, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. So, unfortunately, we just went a measly 4-3 with this deck. Sorry, I'm trying to bring the deck up again. My client's chugging a little bit. Oh, come on. I thought this deck was really good. I'm just kind of surprised that it only ended up with what we did. If I remember right, the first game we lost, we flooded pretty bad. And then we got by Sure Strike. And the other game we lost just to a good red-black deck that we got vengeance on later. So, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.